Are you getting ready to go to Korea? And maybe it's your first time, you've never been there before, or you've been there before, but you haven't been there enough to really get a good grasp of the culture and its nuances. Well, today I'm going to be showing you some of the cultural aspects of Korea, but how you can use these to actually build awesome relationships with Koreans in Korea. Now, first, it's going to be important to understand that when you're going to another country, it's going to have its values, it's going to have its principles there. And when you're going there, it's best to have the humility to go there and to just be ready to learn and to be ready to try and fit in. It's like if you go to somebody's house, there's already a way that somebody is running their house and they know where everything is. So you don't just go to a person's house and then go into the kitchen and grab your own things and open drawers or go looking for their bedroom. You ask. And if you ask, if you can show the respect and the humility to that person and their house, then you'll receive what you're looking for, that cup of water or maybe directions to the bathroom. It's the same thing when you go to another country. If you have the humility and the respect, in my experience, you will receive that same respect. So there are many of these cultural nuances and principles that you want to keep in mind, but what I'm going to be showing you today in particular are things that are going to help make a good impression and really build a good relationship with the people that you want to. So the first thing is don't forget to bow. In Korea, when people are introducing themselves to each other, everyone bows. Now this is real different than if, for example, you're coming from the United States or a country where everybody shakes hands. In Korea, it's very formal to bow or even maybe give a half bow with a handshake. You can see that as well. With the younger generation, younger people, you might also see them just kind of wave at you and say hello, which isn't abnormal, so don't be scared by it. Now, another thing to keep in mind is when you're bowing, if you have someone in front of you who is older than you, maybe you're in your 30s and you have someone who is 70 or 80 years old that you're introducing yourself to, your bow should be deeper or you should go lower than you normally would. Make sure to go at a 90-degree angle. So when you bow, you are showing respect to the person that you're introducing yourself to. So again, don't forget to bow. Second, don't receive things with one hand. This can be for business cards. Let's say, for example, you are introducing yourself to somebody for the first time. You pull out a business card. Don't give it to them with one hand, you give it with two. In the same way, you receive business cards with two hands. Now, this goes for business cards, but it also goes for things like presents or even drinks. If you're out drinking with other Korean people, do not receive a drink with one hand. If anything, if you don't receive it with two hands, if anything, you can hold your cup in the right hand and with your left hand, support your arm. You'll also see the same nuance when you go to places like convenience stores and people are giving you back your change. They might give it back to you with two hands or like this. So, if you want to show respect, then do not receive or give anything with one hand, but with two. And the third thing is, well, if I say it bluntly, shut your trap on the train. But really, you don't want to be talking too loud on the train or talking at all. Actually, Korea is a very, very highly populated country. And if you go on the trains, at times you'll see that there are trains that are jam-packed. But you might be surprised because no one is really speaking loud on the train. You might not even hear anyone talking on the train. It's a matter of showing respect to the person next to you. I mean, if you think about it, for example, United States, it's not uncommon to get on the bus or get on the train and people are going on and talking very loud. Now, if you are reading a book or if you're trying to think and contemplate about your day or your business or whatnot, it can be very disrupting. So that same respect you want to show to the people next to you, to your left and to your right on the train. Now, why is this important for relationships? Let's say, for example, you are on the train and you're with one of your Korean colleagues. You don't want to be the person that is speaking loud and obnoxious, because then that'll turn your Korean colleague into the person that everyone else on the train is looking at them and is saying, oh man, it's his friend. That's the guy. So if you really want to show respect and be able to build better relationships, this is a key factor. All right, so these are 3 keys to keep in mind if you want to build awesome relationships with Korean counterparts in Korea. Now, it's going to be best, really, if you haven't gotten there yet, to practice these before you even get to South Korea. Because if you're able to practice them and you're able to get used to doing them by the time that you get there, then it'll be like second nature. If you're already there, right away, start practicing them. All right, until the next video.